Okay, in this tutorial we're going to do an introduction to what's known as motion effects, which essentially gives us an introduction into basic animation. We're going to go back to the previous couple of tutorials back where we added a title to our interview footage, and we're going to animate that title. In other words, we're going to move it in to the screen, off screen, and give it motion. So right now I have a dissolve going into the title and a dissolve coming out. We're going to go ahead and just delete those dissolves for a minute just so we can have a clear image of this. We're not going to need the dissolve at least coming in. Okay, so right now it's a static title. So I'm going to click on the actual title in the timeline. I'm not going to double click because if I double click I of course open the titler. So yes, if I want to make changes I can do that, but that's not my goal. So I'm going to close that out. Click on it once so it's active in the timeline. Then up here where I have my panels docked, I see that there's an effect controls panel docked behind the source. So I'm going to click it so it comes to the forefront, and because I have my title active or selected, then I get these properties revealed. So essentially these are known as fixed effects, these specific types of motion effects, because they essentially exist, these properties exist in every single frame. They're innate or inherent properties of the clip. So the basic layout of this window is on the left here we have properties, kind of like, you know, you have properties for the titler. So these are things we can adjust. Under motion we can adjust position and scale, rotation, and something known as anchor point, which is kind of the center of your composition. Down here we have opacity and time remapping, and we're just going to collapse those because we're not going to deal with them right now. So those are our properties, and over here to the right we have sort of like a mini timeline. As you can see, as I move this playhead in my effects control, it moves the playhead down here in the timeline and vice versa. So this is showing me this section of my title. So for starters, I'm going to push it back to the very beginning, so I'm queued up at the beginning of my title. So right now my goal would be I'm going to move this title from one place to another. I'm going to start with this title off screen, and then I want it to end right where it's at right now. So since I know where it's going to end right now, I'm going to position my playhead approximately, a second or two into the clip, and I'm going to come over here and activate this attribute called position, which works with two basic you think of them as coordinates. It has an X value and then a Y value here. So my X value is 360, my Y value is 240. So when I turn that on, it put a little diamond right here, which is known as a keyframe. Keyframes are specific points in time to which I assign values. I assign different values to two keyframes and I get some kind of movement. So right now this is going to actually be my second keyframe. I did this kind of in reverse because I know it wants to end there, so I'm going to make sure I identify that position ahead of time. It's less work, right? So now I'm going to drag my playhead back to the very beginning, and I'm going to now hit this little button which will add a keyframe. Now with the playhead sitting on that keyframe, I'm going to adjust one of these values. I happen to know that this is X, the 360, and Y is the 240. So X is horizontal, Y is vertical. My objective is I'm going to bring it in off screen. I'm going to bring it in from the bottom of the screen off screen, and it's going to float onto screen and land right there. So with this sitting on the first keyframe, I'm going to come over here and adjust that Y value. If I click and drag on the value, you can see that it starts moving, repositioning my title. So let me go to the right. If I drag it to the right or increase the value of the Y position, I can eyeball it and I can push it off screen. So that brings me down to about 365. Now I essentially have two keyframes assigned to that property over the period of a couple of seconds, where I'm essentially saying your first position is off screen, your second position is on screen in that lower third position. So I'm going to come over here to the program monitor and just hit play and preview this. And sure enough, it floats up over the course of a couple of seconds, and then it sits there. It sits there and doesn't move again because I gave it no other instructions here in this timeline area. So the first keyframe was stay out of the frame at the bottom. The second keyframe was be right here in that lower third section. And the duration between those keyframes was about 2 seconds. So it took 2 seconds to do that. Now, if I wanted to have that happen faster, all I simply have to do is take, say, the second keyframe, click on it, and drag it to the left and shorten the distance between those two keyframes. And watch what happens. It now does the exact same thing, only faster, because it has to do it quicker. If I want it really fast, take that keyframe again, slide it almost right next to the other one. This is going to be like a second, maybe less. So there it pops right up and sits in the frame until I tell it to do anything else. Now if I wanted to go back and add a dissolve to the end of it, with that clip highlighted, I position my playhead on the clip. I'm going to select video 2 over here in the header panel area of the timeline, and I'm going to do a Control D because I'm on a PC. Well, there it actually gave me a dissolve in the front, so I'm going to get rid of that because I'm coming off screen anyway, so I just need one in the back. So if I play that back, it comes in off screen, lands, and it sits there until I fade it back out towards the end of the clip, and then it simply fades out. And so that is a basic keyframing technique. I'm going to click on it again so you can see those keyframes. So essentially, the fundamental takeaway is 2 points with different values creates motion, creates change. We'll continue with more keyframing in the next tutorial, and we'll get into things like scale, rotation, and anchor point.